What is up, traders, and welcome back to Uplift Markets. Today we'll be talking about Tesla, which is on the verge of something great. We're watching a technical setup that could explode past $300 or fail hard and pull back to $259. This isn't just another price prediction video. Today we're diving into the chart signals, Elon Musk's latest moves, and how the market is reacting in real time. Let's talk opportunities, both long and short. Let's talk about Musk. After months of distraction, Elon Musk made headlines this week confirming that he's stepping away from his government advisory role to refocus completely on Tesla. Now that is big. Investors are finally seeing signs that Tesla is going back to its roots, which have been EV innovation and execution. On top of that, reports from Wedbush and Morgan Stanley are highlighting renewed optimism around Tesla's energy division and next-gen vehicle plans. The board has denied rumors about searching for a new CEO, stating that Musk isn't going anywhere, and that bullish momentum is building up fast in the name. As we can see, we are on a daily chart of Tesla, and we are finally above the 50 MA, showing that we are having a shift in our momentum. As you can see here, we were decidedly below the 50 MA. We were having this downward trend, showing that collectively the sellers were in control of the name. Now, something to keep in mind here is that we have closed above the 50 MA for several days, showing that the buyers have been obviously sustained and they have overwhelmed the sellers for a little bit. But something to keep in mind is we had this nice rally before, right? We're a nice rally uptrend, and then we had this extreme sell-off around here from the highs of 474, right? Towards now where we kind of bounced towards levels of 217. What we would like to measure is what is the average price of entry of those individuals that entered the name here. So for that, we'll enter a swing high anchored VWAP. So we'll plot a VWAP there, mark it red to signal the sellers, and we can see that the average price of entry of those individuals was $300.67. Now this is very important because, as we know, $300 levels is a psychological level, right? The $300 level is important because it stands as the ultimate Alamo, the barrier between the uptrend or the continued downtrend. What we would like to see here is, after seeing this renewed momentum, this kind of bounce, right? We bounce off the $218 level right here. We bounce off this level by no accident, right? Buyers were intense at those lows, showing us that they wanted to put this name up. So we measured using an anchored VWAP here in green, measuring the renewed momentum of those buyers. So in this moment right now, we are pinching, and this could be the breakout, like I said, towards above the $300 level. That could be the movement towards the upside. Something we'd be looking out for would be a decided break and close above the swing high anchored VWAP, or technically the $300 level, and then have a couple candles hold above the price action, showing us that the sellers were not strong enough to bring the stock back down, right? And ultimately, the buyers would show their true face, their true intentions, and would see a proposal candle like that closed above the prior holders, basically showing us that now the momentum has been towards the upside, as we'll eventually start to see this EMA or VWAP start to slowly curl up and supporting that momentum too, right? So that would be the bullish case of Tesla. Price targets would obviously be, we can challenge obviously the highs of 474 if this momentum does continue, and before we get overextended, and depending on the market conditions, it would be towards 640. You may be asking, how did you get these price targets? Well, we simply plot an anchored VWAP and use Fibonacci retracements, right? we marked from the beginning of this downtrend towards the bounce that we had. As you can see, price target number 1 is going to be the 474 swing high, and then before we get overextended, it should be around this area of 640 and 630, right? Obviously this with 10, right? This depends on the overall market sentiment and the market news, but this could be perfect swing trade opportunity on Tesla with high conviction and high probability, right? When the majority, the collective buyers are in control of the name, we have, the price section above the 50, right? Those buyers are satisfied. We are above the swing high anchor VWAP. Those buyers are now winning money, and we are above the swing low anchor VWAP. Now those buyers are in the money as well. So we have 3 sets of buyers that came in that are now collectively winning money. So that would be important to know, as they're more likely to sustain their levels to keep the profits, and any pullback is going to be a buy to keep, obviously, like I said, their profits and keep their entry prices, right? So here's the overall deal. If Tesla can break above $300 resistance, that confirms a breakout pattern, and we'll likely see a bullish move towards the highs and try to challenge them. But if it fails 300 and we find resistance at that level, I firmly believe that we'll pull back towards the $258 level, or the swing low anchor VWAP from where those buyers came in, and we'll see if they truly want to be in the name and if they defend their levels, right? So personally, I'm just waiting for the confirmation. We'll try to see if there's any rejection or weaknesses, and if there is a resistance at that level, then we'll wait for the pullback and see if the pullback is bought or sustained, instead of just entering the name because we're seeing the resistance. And as we know, the market is one hell of a beast, so we got to be careful about these names. And honestly, this name here, Tesla, is looking like one of the cleanest setups that I have seen right now, and it's just a matter of being patient and allowing the market and the price action to tell us how to execute next. Let me know in the comments if you're trading Tesla, or if you're bullish, or if you're bearish. If you want more setups like this before they hit the news cycle, make sure to subscribe, like, and check the link below to join an absolutely free newsletter where I drop exclusive trade ideas every week. As always, stay uplifted and don't let the market whip you out. I'll see you guys on the next one.